who is the perfect character to join the blunt rotation. Now we don't have enough packs, so we're gonna have to choose wisely here. The way this is gonna work is that we're gonna choose one character from each column. After choosing said character, I'm then gonna explain why they're a perfect addition to the blunt rotation. And with that being said, let's start off with the first character, which is Mario. Now I know that this might seem like a very obvious choice, but who wouldn't want Mario in the rotation? With having Mario in the crew, that means that we never have to worry about forgetting a lighter or forgetting water, because he has Flood and his neutral beam. Also, not to mention that Mario probably has the coolest stories to tell out of the whole rotation. So with that being said, Mario, welcome to the rotation. And the next person joining the rotation is gonna be Daisy. Now gamers, this column right here was actually pretty difficult, because in the same column we have Daisy, Sonic, and Donkey Kong. And obviously out of those three, I'm gonna choose Daisy. Donkey Kong, I feel like he would just eat the weed and nothing would be accomplished from there. And Sonic would be annoying as fuck. Unless it was Sonic Riders Sonic specifically, then I would have chosen him, but it's not. Anyways, the reason that I chose Daisy is because she definitely smokes pack. With the amount of games that she's not included in, what else is she gonna do? And to be honest, I'm pretty sure she's the only princess that can handle her shit. If I gave some pack to Rosalina, I'm pretty sure she would make a black hole and murk all of us. And if I ended up giving Kush to Peach, she would tweak the fuck out. So shout out to Daisy for earning the second spot in the blunt rotation. Now up next we have... Now with this column, I didn't really have many choices here. For a while, I did consider Steve on joining the blunt rotation, but I think he would do some weird shit and turn on creative mode out of nowhere, which he would then end up spawning in the Wither, and that would not be fun. So I chose my next best option, and that would have to be my boy Link, especially Link from Breath of the Wild. Any other version of Link would have been very annoying since they're both children, and I know that all versions of Link had to go through a lot of traumatic shit, but if I had to share a joint with any of the Links, it would have to be the Breath of the Wild one. I think Link would be the solid figure that the blunt rotation would need to just keep everybody in check. So shout out to Link for earning the third spot in the rotation and being the strong and silent type. Now up next we have Olimar. I will keep this one very nice and sweet for everybody here. Olimar is the only Nintendo character to have canonically smoked weed. Isn't that crazy? So not only would be inviting Olimar to the blunt rotation be amazing, but he would find the best shit for us to smoke. I 100% believe that before Olimar came through to the rotation, he started growing his own shit and brought it to us to test it. So with that being said, Olimar easily deserves the fourth spot in the rotation. And up next we have Isabelle. Now adding Isabelle to the blunt rotation was an easy choice for me. Not only is she more than likely the most responsible one in the group, but she is the one that we make sure we don't forget any of the important stuff, like the papers, the lighters, the pack, and most importantly, Isabelle is the only person that has a house for us to smoke at. She's the only one that has her life together.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
So shout out to Isabelle for earning the spot in the blunt rotation and also being the most responsible out of the whole group, because every blunt rotation needs somebody that has their life together for motivation. And up next we have Kazuya. Okay, now for this column, I really didn't have much of a choice here. We either had a dinosaur, a princess, an angel, a robot, another dinosaur, a furry, and then Kazuya Mishima. I want to say that the only thing that Kazuya provides to the blunt rotation is just protection. Like if somebody comes through to like rob the house, we just have to look at Kazuya and he'll handle it. But I have no idea how he would be if he smoked some kush. I feel like if he did, it would be one of two options. The first one is that he actually relaxes for once in his life and he enjoys the session. The second one is that he remembers everything that he's done horribly in his life and takes it all on us.
Why did you make me do this?
So it's like a huge 50-50 here. But regardless, welcome to the rotation, Kazuya. And up next we have Now for this column, it was kind of difficult because I either wanted Kirby to join or Dr. Mario. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure that Kirby would swallow the whole joint. Now with Dr. Mario being a huge medical nerd, he would be able to find us the best kush available. And since Mario is a doctor, he'll be able to tell us the healthiest way to consume this stuff. Not to mention that he would give everybody a med card here, so no matter where we go, we can always do it legally. So shout out to Dr. Mario for joining the blunt rotation. It wouldn't have been the same without you. And up next we have Now, I really had two choices here on the column, and that's between Ryu and Zero Suit Samus. I was gonna choose Zero Suit Samus, but I thought about it, and she would tweak if she had some kush.
Hey, want that one? My boy,
With the amount of bullshit she went through in her life, especially me after playing Metroid Prime, I would remain sober for the rest of my life. There's no way that she's not tweaking on that. So, our next best pick would have to be Ryu. Now, I will say this, not everybody in the blunt rotation needs to smoke. Sometimes we just need one of the homies to just chill there and enjoy the time. I feel like Ryu is one of the homies that doesn't indulge in the kush, and that is totally fine. As long as he's having a good time with us, then he can join whatever rotation he wants. But if there is one person from Street Fighter that I would love to smoke with, it would have to be Zangief. Zangief would be funny as hell. Anyways, welcome Ryu to the rotation, and up next we have... This choice was the easiest out of all of them, I'm gonna be honest here. Not only am I biased, but I really would love to smoke with Hero. I feel like Hero would be really funny, like out of nowhere he's just one of the funniest guys in the group. But not only that, if he uses Hocus Pocus on the Kush, he has a chance to either make it explode or make it 10 times bigger than it usually was. And I will risk every ounce to use Hocus Pocus. I feel like Hero would also bring over a bunch of different herbs that he would have in his own universe. So the more the merrier. But with that being said, shout out to Hero for joining the rotation, and up next we have... I feel like this choice is very self-explanatory. How are you not gonna choose Snake to smoke with? I feel like Snake would have a lot of wisdom to tell everybody, and the only way to reach into that wisdom is for him to smoke. He seems like the type to do it. At first, Snake would be very silent, but once he starts puffing, he just becomes a chatterbox in the best way possible. So thank you to Snake for accepting our invitation to the blunt rotation, and now we move on to the next person. Terry Bogard is a need when it comes to the rotation. Not only does he bring his own pack, but he brings the best music with him. Just imagine puffing, looking at the sun, and in the background you just hear Psycho Soldier. That shit sounds beautiful to me. And just like Hero, I feel like Terry would be very funny as well. But if someone does make him mad during the rotation, he'll just hit you with the "Are you okay?" and then we just all go home and never talk to him again. But overall, Terry would be a great addition to the rotation. Up next, we got... For Bayonetta, I really had no other option. Violet is really weird and quiet. Rosalina, if she smoked, would create a black hole, like I said before. Pokemon Trainer is literally a child. Same with Young Link. And Captain Falcon... he doesn't need that shit. Bayonetta seems like the type of person that, even though she went through all the bullshit, she can still handle her stuff. Despite having to fight demons all day, I feel like once she's done with all that, she goes home and just sparks up a big one. So Bayonetta, welcome to the rotation. And last but not least, we have the legendary... Now the last person in the rotation is going to be my boy, Little Mac. Little Mac I think would definitely be the most athletic throughout the whole group. Not only is he the one in the group also smoking the most pack, but he inspires everybody in the group to exercise. I feel like Little Mac would be the type of person that after the session is done, he would tell us to go over to his private gym and help him box. And if we're lucky, he'll invite Doc Lewis, which would be the main person I'd want to smoke with. But with that being said, Little Mac finally completes our full rotation. And here's the tier list of me inviting the people in order. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does help out the channel. And as always, a huge shout out to those who are a current member on my YouTube channel. The extra support really does mean a lot to me, and I cannot thank you enough. With that being said, let me know in the comments, who would you choose for the ultimate blunt rotation, and tell me why. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay hydrated, and I will catch you all in the next one. Adios.